As I stood in the mirror, adjusting my wedding dress, the excitement of the day ahead was overshadowed by an unsettling weight in my chest. My sister Lily was supposed to be my maid of honor. We had shared everything, from childhood dreams to the deepest secrets, but lately, things had felt off between us. It all started a few months ago when I noticed her growing distance. Lily had been my confidant through every heartbreak and triumph. We'd promised to always have each other's backs. But as my wedding day approached, I couldn't shake the feeling that she was hiding something from me. The morning of the wedding dawned bright and cheerful, yet my heart felt heavy. I could hear the laughter and chatter of my family downstairs, but all I could think about was Lily. Had she changed? Was she still the sister I loved, or had something come between us that I didn't understand? As I descended the stairs, the joyous atmosphere surrounded me, but I felt isolated. I caught glimpses of Lily, her smile bright, but her eyes distant. It was then that my mother approached me, her face filled with concern. "Honey, is everything okay? You seem a bit off today." "Yeah, just a little nervous," I replied, forcing a smile. But deep down, I knew it was more than just nerves. I needed to confront Lily about the tension that had built up between us. Finally, as the chaos of last-minute preparation settled, I found Lily alone in the garden, the sunlight filtering through the leaves. "Lily, can we talk?" I asked, my voice trembling slightly. "Of course," she said, turning to face me, but there was an evasiveness in her posture. "What's going on with you? You've been so distant," I said, my heart racing. "I feel like you're hiding something." Lily sighed, her expression clouding. "I'm just stressed about the wedding, I guess." I could sense there was more. "Lily, please. We're sisters. You can tell me anything." Her eyes darted away, and for a moment, I felt a pang of fear. What if it was something terrible? "It's just that I've been feeling a bit overshadowed, I suppose. You're getting married, and I don't know what my place is anymore." I stepped closer, reaching for her hand. "You'll always be my sister, my best friend. Nothing will change that. You're the most important person in my life." For a brief moment, her eyes softened, and I thought we had bridged the gap. But then she recoiled, a flicker of something darker crossing her face. "You don't understand, do you? It's not just about the wedding. It's everything. I feel like I'm losing you." "Losing me? Lily, I'm still here. I want you to be a part of my life, always." My voice broke, the emotions spilling out. "I need you at my side today." Lily's expression hardened, and she looked away, biting her lip. "You really don't get it," she whispered, almost to herself. "Maybe it's time for me to step back." Before I could respond, our mother called us inside, and the moment slipped away. As we took our places in the ceremony, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. Lily stood beside me, but I could sense a wall between us. The ceremony was beautiful, filled with love and laughter. But as I exchanged vows with my fiancé, I caught Lily's gaze. Filled with hurt and resentment, it pierced my heart, and I wondered if the cracks in our relationship would forever mar this day. Later that evening, as the reception kicked off, the joyous atmosphere took a darker turn. Guests danced and celebrated, but I felt a chill creeping in. Lily was nowhere to be found. Panic set in as I searched for her, weaving through the crowd of friends and family. Finally, I found her outside on the patio, tears streaming down her face. "Lily." I rushed to her, concern flooding my heart. "What's wrong? Why do you even care?" She shot back, anger laced with pain. "You're the one who's getting married, remember? I care because you're my sister." I pleaded. "Whatever it is, we can work through it together." She laughed bitterly. "Can we? You're about to start a new life with someone else. I'm just here." "Stop it. You're not just here. You're a part of my life. You always will be." My voice shook as I tried to reach her. "Please, just tell me what's really bothering you." Lily's expression shifted, her anger boiling over. "You want to know what's bothering me? It's the fact that I found out something about your fiancé that you don't know." The world around me faded as I processed her words. "What do you mean?" "I saw him with another woman a few weeks ago," she said, her voice trembling. "They were close. He was laughing with her, and it didn't seem innocent. No, that can't be true. My heart raced, disbelief coursing through me. You must have misunderstood. I wish I had, she replied, her voice cracking. I didn't want to tell you because I thought it would ruin your day. But now, I can't keep quiet. The weight of her words crashed down on me, and I felt as if the ground had given way beneath my feet. What do I do? I whispered, my mind spiraling. Confront him, she said, tears still glistening in her eyes. You deserve to know the truth, even if it hurts. With those words echoing in my mind, I stepped back inside, my heart racing and my thoughts chaotic. The joyous laughter felt like a distant memory as I searched for my fiancé. I needed answers. As I navigated through the sea of guests, my heart pounded louder than the music playing in the background. I felt like I was walking through a dream, only this one was filled with nightmares. Lily's revelation echoed in my mind. My fiancé might have been unfaithful. I couldn't bear the thought of it. Spotting him across the room, laughter escaping his lips, my heart clenched. He looked so happy, so perfect. How could he betray me? As I approached, my breath quickened, and my palms grew clammy. Eager you are, he said, flashing that charming smile that had swept me off my feet. I was just talking to some of your relatives. They're wonderful people. Can we talk? I asked, my voice barely above a whisper, my heart sinking as his smile faded. Of course. What's up? He looked at me with genuine curiosity, but all I could feel was the turmoil inside me. Can we step outside for a minute? I urged, my stomach twisting into knots. He nodded, concern creeping into his expression as we made our way to the quieter patio. Once we were alone, I took a deep breath, steadying myself. I need to know something, and I need you to be honest with me. Sure, anything, he replied, his brow furrowing. Did you see another woman a few weeks ago? Were you close to her? My voice trembled, fear clawing at my throat. His eyes widened, surprise washing over his features. What are you talking about? No, of course not. I've been with you. Lily saw you, I pressed, the words spilling out before I could stop myself. She saw you laughing and being close to another woman. His expression shifted, a flicker of defensiveness clouding his eyes. That's ridiculous. Lily must have misunderstood. You know how she can be. I shook my head, tears welling up in my eyes. This isn't just about her. I need to hear it from you. Were you faithful to me? For a moment, he stood silent, his gaze averted. My heart raced, and in that moment I knew. I didn't want to believe it, but the truth hung heavily between us like a dark cloud. Okay, yes, I saw someone, he finally admitted, his voice low. But it was nothing, just a friend from work. We were talking about a project, I swear. I felt the ground shift beneath me, betrayal flooding my senses. You lied to me. You didn't even tell me about her. I didn't think it was a big deal. He shot back, frustration seeping into his tone. It was just a casual conversation. Just a conversation. I echoed, hurt flooding my voice. You don't get it. You were supposed to be the one I could trust. The weight of his betrayal crashed down on me, tears spilling down my cheeks. I can't believe this is happening. Today was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. I'm sorry, he said, his expression softening. I didn't mean to hurt you. Let's just focus on the wedding. We can talk about this later. But how could I? The trust we had built felt like shattered glass, and I didn't know how to pick up the pieces. No, I said, shaking my head. I can't just ignore this. I can't marry someone who lies to me. His face contorted in confusion and panic. Wait, what are you saying? You can't call off the wedding over a misunderstanding. Misunderstanding? I repeated, my voice rising. This isn't a misunderstanding. It's a betrayal. Just then, I heard a commotion from inside the venue. Guests were gasping, and I turned to see Lily standing at the entrance, her face pale as she clutched her phone. You need to see this, she shouted, her voice shaking. What's going on? I asked, my heart racing. Your fiancé. He's been texting that woman. I just saw their messages. She stepped forward, her eyes pleading for me to understand. I didn't want to hurt you, but you need to know. As she handed me the phone, I felt my world tilt on its axis. The messages were graphic and intimate, words that tore at my heart. They had planned secret meetups, talked about feelings, and shared laughter. Everything I thought was ours. No, I breathed, the reality crashing down like a tidal wave. How could you do this to me? I looked at my fiancé, betrayal swirling in my heart. I can't believe you were lying to me this whole time. He stood frozen, the color draining from his face. I can explain, he started, but the words felt hollow and meaningless. Explain what? How you destroyed my trust. I threw the phone onto the ground, the screen shattering like my heart. Lily stepped closer, her voice trembling. I'm so sorry. I never wanted this for you. You deserve someone who respects you. I thought you were my sister. How could you let this happen? I cried, the pain of betrayal mingling with the hurt of losing my sister's support. I didn't know, she replied, tears streaming down her cheeks. I thought he was good for you. I wanted you to be happy. But now I'm losing everything. I felt the tears fall freely, the emotional dam breaking. My wedding, my trust, and my sister. In that moment, everything felt too overwhelming. I turned away, unable to look at the two people who had shattered my heart. The reception continued behind us, laughter and celebration contrasting starkly with the devastation I felt inside. As I walked away from them, my mind raced with thoughts of what to do next. I had always dreamed of this day, but it felt like a nightmare had come to life. Eventually, I found myself standing alone in a quiet corner of the garden, the stars twinkling overhead. I took a deep breath, trying to regain my composure. I didn't want to let this moment define me, even if it felt like my life was crumbling around me. Are you okay? A voice asked gently, breaking through my thoughts. I looked up to find my best friend Sarah, standing there, concern etched on her face. I don't know, I replied, my voice trembling. Everything's falling apart. Do you want to talk about it? She offered, stepping closer. I nodded, feeling the weight of my emotions spill over as I shared the story, the betrayal, the lies, and the heartbreak. As I spoke, I felt the pain begin to lift, replaced by a determination to reclaim my life. Whatever you decide, I'm here for you, Sarah said softly, her support wrapping around me like a warm embrace. You deserve to be happy, even if it means letting go of those who don't appreciate you. In that moment, I realized I had the strength to move forward. This wedding might not be what I envisioned, but it was still my life. I could choose to embrace a new beginning, one where I wouldn't allow betrayal to define me. I'm going to confront him, I said, my voice steadying. I need to take back my power. As I walked back toward the reception, a sense of clarity washed over me. I wouldn't let this moment break me. I would rise from the ashes of this heartbreak, ready to create a new path, one that honored the love I deserved and the sisterhood I had cherished. When I stepped back into the reception, I was ready to face the music. No more hiding, no more pretending. It was time to reclaim my story,